Donald Trump gave a speech in Dayton, Ohio on Saturday, and he struggled to get through it. He was trying to attack immigrants, and he's saying that they are like snakes, but he couldn't pronounce the word snake bite. Here, play this clip.
I saved you, and you've bitten me, but why? You know your bite is poisonous.
And then one of the things Donald Trump does at these events is like steal intellectual property and play songs without permission. And here Donald Trump is trying to say Rolling Stones and can't say it. This is one of the cognitive glitches we've seen him do over and over again. Here, play this clip.
You know, we play the song, you know, that Hold On, I'm Coming. Do we like it? Who liked the Rolling? Okay, you had the Rolling Stone song, which we like.
Then Donald Trump said that President Joe Biden defeated Barack Obama. Let's play that clip.
State against Biden, in the largest margins ever. You know what was interesting? Joe Biden won against Barack Hussein Obama. Has anyone ever heard of him? Barack Hussein Obama.
Earlier in the day, Donald Trump started posting AI videos of Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis in a bathing suit and lingerie. Just goes to show you how just gross and despicable Donald Trump is. Then at this speech in Dayton, Donald Trump said, the way you should pronounce the name Fani Willis is, well, I'll just let him say it. It's too despicable for me to even say. Play this clip.
Local cases like Fani. It's spelled Fanny. It's spelled Fanny like your ass, right? Fanny. But when she became DA, she decided to add a little French, a little fancy. Fani, and
then Donald Trump talked about how America won World War I and World War II based on forts, he says, and then he identifies forts that are based in North Carolina and forts based in the United States, which of course were not used in World War I and World War II overseas. Play the clip.
How about the changing? I get out. How about the changing of the names of, we won Fort Bragg, as an example. You know, the people in the area are going crazy. They changed the name of Fort Bragg. They changed the name of Fort Robert E. Lee. They changed the name of the different forts. We won World War I. We won World War II. We won everything we fought with, really, essentially, from those forts, if we wanted to win. A lot of wars we fight not to win. We fight just to fight because we have stupid people on top. We don't fight wars to win. But we won World War I, World War II out of these forts, and now they changed the name in disgrace. It's a very terrible thing. But
then Donald Trump apparently thinks that he is still running against Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, and Donald Trump continues to attack Nikki Haley. He continues to attack Ron DeSantis. He continues to attack the Republican Party in general if you're not MAGA. One of the things that Ron DeSantis said that he was going to do in July is release court documents regarding Epstein, which Trump's name may appear in, as it did in other document dumps relating to that. That's going to happen in July. And ever since then, too, Donald Trump's been calling DeSantis names again and attacking DeSantis and DeSantis supporters. Play this clip.
CNN turned off when here we are. We campaigned for a year, and I obliterate my competition. You know, and they said, "Sir, please don't talk about these people that way. They're Republicans." I said, "I don't give a shit. They're terrible." I said, "I don't care." No, my highly paid advisor, "Sir, you shouldn't talk to them about that." One of the people said, "Are you going to run against the president?" He said, "I have no comment." To me, that meant he's running. So I hit him hard. I hit him low. I hit him high, just like we did to ISIS. We hit him hard. We hit him low. We hit him high. We hit him in the middle. We hit him from on top, and we even came under the ground. We hit this guy so hard, by the time he announced, nobody knew what the hell happened. They said, "What happened to him? He's a shell of the man." But we had...
Next, Donald Trump talks about how If he were to be in charge again, he would not allow any funding to go to schools that have vaccine mandates. So I guess the platform of the Republican Party in 2024 is welcome back polio and welcome back other diseases that we had previously cured. Play the clip.
And I will not give 1 penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a mask mandate.
Then Donald Trump calls immigrants snakes. Play the clip.
That's what we're going through right now. We're taking in snakes. We're taking in snakes. Yeah, maybe this one gets to you too. We're taking in, we'll get it to you.
He then says that immigrants are not actually people. Play the clip.
Years, if you call them people, I don't know if you call them people. In some cases, they're not people, in my opinion, but I'm not allowed to say that because the radical left says that's a terrible thing to say. They say you have to vote against him because did you hear what he said about humanity? I've seen the humanity, and these are bad, these are animals, okay? And we have to stop it.
And again, that dehumanizing language is just so utterly despicable. Then Donald Trump talks about how he believes he would get bigger crowds than Ronald Reagan. Of course, Trump is very jealous of Ronald Reagan, and this is what he's obsessed. By the way, do you hear him talking about like actual policies that are helping the American people? No, because he doesn't know any. He doesn't give a crap. He wants to bring authoritarianism here, and it's just about him. Here, play this clip.
Because he was commenting that we have the largest crowds in the history of politics. Nobody comes close. If Ronald Reagan came to a place called Dayton, Ohio, have you heard of it? If he came to Dayton, Ohio, honestly, JD, if he had 300 or 400 people in a ballroom, that would be great. We get 25, 30,000 people for a small rally is 20,000 people.
And these speeches are about personal grievance and about Trump whining about this or that. And here, Trump talks about how he believes he was treated more unfairly than Andrew Jackson and even Lincoln. Here, play this clip.
Now I'm being persecuted, I think, more than anybody, but who the hell knows? You know, all my life, you've heard of Andrew Jackson. He was actually a great general and a very good president. They say that he was persecuted as president more than anybody else. Second was Abraham Lincoln. This is just what they said. This is in the history books. They were brutal. Andrew Jackson's wife actually died over it, they say. Died of a broken heart, but she died over it. He was never quite the same. But they say Andrew Jackson. They say Abraham Lincoln was second, but he had in all fairness, he did have a civil war. So you would think that would cause a problem, right? So you could understand it. But nobody comes close to Trump.
And in his sociopathic, malignant, narcissistic mind, what he does is he goes from kind of the whining, oh, they're treating me so bad, to then the threats. And here he threatens our nation with a bloodbath if and when he loses again. Play this clip.
And you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars. They're building massive factories. A friend of mine.
And when he makes those threats, let's also remember that they are inextricably intertwined to other aspects of the speech. For example, where he salutes the J6th insurrectionists. He's replaced our national anthem. I'm not making this up. You go back and look at other videos, and he's copyrighted it. The national anthem, he's replaced with the J6 Spirit song, and then he salutes the insurrectionists during this song where he butchers the anthem, and it's a recording of J6 rioters butchering the anthem. And then after it's played, you see him saluting it, he makes the people in the crowd salute the J6 anthem. He then says they're hostages who have been treated unfairly. Let's play this clip.
Well, thank you very much. And you see the spirit from the hostages, and that's what they are, is hostages. They've been treated terribly and very unfairly, and you know that, and everybody knows that. And we're going to be working on that soon as the first day we get into office. We're going to save our country, and we're going to work with the people to treat those unbelievable patriots, and they were unbelievable patriots and are. You see the spirit just cheering, they're cheering while they're doing that, and they did that in prison, and it's a disgrace in my opinion.
And look, I know we need a YouTube cleanser after I show you those clips, but I want to be clear what the threat is. Let's compare that to a speech it was late last week, President Biden before Congress. And here he talks about the threat. This is President Biden talking about the threat that Putin poses to Europe and how Congress get me a bill that I can sign so we can help Ukraine. Play the clip.
To continue to do our part. I'm confident the vast majority, and excuse me for saying this, but I think a vast majority of members of Congress are willing to do their part and to continue to urge every member in this room to stand up to Vladimir Putin. He's a thug. He's a thug. And I urge you to send me the national security bill now. The bill includes funding for Ukraine and Israel, and maybe equally important, humanitarian assistance to Gaza. They badly, badly need it. And it sends a clear message. America stands up for freedom, and we bow down to no one in the world.
Here's President Biden talking about protecting health care of tens of millions or even more than 100 million Americans. Play this clip.
It's about fundamental fairness. Here's another example. You know, folks, Obamacare became known as the Affordable Care Act. And by the way, it's still a very big deal. Over 100 million of Americans can no longer be denied health insurance because of a pre-existing condition. But my predecessor and many Republicans want to take that away, take that protection away by repealing the Affordable Care Act. I'm not going to let it happen. We stopped them literally 50 times. 50 times in the last administration. And we're going to stop them again. Folks.
And here's Biden from earlier in the week talking about our economy. Play the clip.
So folks, look, this is not beyond our capacity. We just have to listen. We've got to tell people what we want to do and hope that they've figured out that what is going on with the last guy, if it gets repeated, because if he gets elected, he's publicly stated, he'd try to repeal every single thing we've done so far. 15 million new jobs, 800,000 manufacturing jobs, they go on and on. But people still need help. You still need help. Those people, the folks sitting at the kitchen table, they still need some help on the day-to-day things. And we're going to work on those as well.
So you can judge for yourself with Trump whining, personal grievance, struggling to get through these very bizarre speeches, and then compare that to President Biden's speech, which I just shared with you. The choice to me is very simple, but you make the decision and tell me how you feel in the comments. Now hit subscribe. We're on our way to 3 million subscribers thanks to your support. Have a great day.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.